us underway with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Ducks offense will have the football first. And what a performance. An aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has wasting no time taking a shot. Caught at the 25. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. From the red zone, looking for a man. Using the quick game. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Just under 60,000 in this place, but sometimes it sounds like 600,000. An engineering marvel to hold in all this noise.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. They love their team. They support the Ducks, and they build traditions, and so many teams they should be proud of. Getting them involved early is a great sign for this football team.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So Oklahoma State's offense has its first opportunity of the day. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. And the Cowboys will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Moore will throw. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Leaves it with the back. Nice move there.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Ducks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Flushed out of the pocket. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He'll try to take it back. Pistols firing. Touchdown, Cowboys. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And quarterbacks in zone coverage, they have to see it, and they have to manipulate defenders, and they don't. You could tell the middle linebacker reading his eyes the whole way, breaks on the football, and then turns into an offensive player and takes it all the way back for a touchdown.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Makes the grab. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st across the 25. Oh, he found a space on the right. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Taylor. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. A dynamic return. Explosive and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. What a boost you can get from something like that, and now they've got it first and goal with the 1. They're trying to slam it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. And the D deny them on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, sniffing the goal line. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Cowboys! Quick strike through the air for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back.
There he goes. Oh, what a move. He's inside the 40. The 20. Inside the... and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon. And when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get you the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
They go to the ground. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Cowboys will line up to punt it away. That last howitzer was nice. How about another one just like it? Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, both teams doing some early work, and now they'll try to add to this 21-14 lead. Looking for room. It's Hill. Past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Moore to the air. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Leaves it with the running back. Almost got to the sticks on third down. Able to pick up 6, but they're looking at a 4th and 1. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Here comes the heat. He's going to take off. Quarterback gets the first down. Breaks into the open.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Handoff to the lone back. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Might as well stick with him. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this 3rd down. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. And the Cowboys send out the punt unit. A low line drive and short kick. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stall on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
When you see them there taking the shot, I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if...
Intercepted! A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They'll give it to Johnson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Cowboys now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. The short hand. It's Ford. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Going with the ground game left. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. After the productive first down play at 2nd and 6. Trying to get the corner. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And the returner goes down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He's got it on the outside. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll go to the counter. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. At the 35, he's loose. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Sends it back in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. The handoff to Johnson. Nice move to pick up yardage. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Looking for a big play. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. A strike downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking deep down the right side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
He'll throw it. Got his man on the right. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Moore will throw. Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. Touchdown, Oregon! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. Powers through the defender. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
Get it down to the 28-yard line. It is a first down, and they have to show some urgency here. To the ground. He's got it again. His junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The defense calls a timeout, and that's their last one of the half. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Cowboys decide to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. Have they been as they extend this lead here in week 5?
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision.
And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Davis. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got him downfield. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Davis. And the Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. They bring the punter onto the field now. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. looking for a deep man. Touchdown, Oregon! And the pummeling has started. This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. This defense will try to keep everything in front. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's fourth. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. So now it's second and long. Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on second down. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Cowboys are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Cowboys will punt it away on fourth down. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in the practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Moore to the air. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Green. Oh, he's got some space. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Ducks will snap it on first and 10. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's second and 14. Wants to go up top. Starting to feel a little pressure. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Pressure coming. On the run, fires downfield. He's got an open man. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. They'll send the tight end in motion. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Freeman. Smashes through the tackle. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He gets it across the 25 to the 24. Give him 5 on the carry. The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Grab near the marker. It's Freeman. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Brought down after keeping is short. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll go to the ground. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. And the Cowboys didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch.
Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down.
Turning it on! The 20. Past the touchdown Ducks! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Perry.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Fires to the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Cowboys come to the line with a new set of downs.
First down for the offense.
Lost to throw again. Got it in the middle. It's Davis. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Now on second down.
Brings up second down.
Looking to fire. Scrambling away. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Ready to fire from the pistol.
Good enough for a first down.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Hauls it in. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score.
21-yard line. And that's a first down. for the offense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process. Back to pass on second down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Oh, they're after him. And good coverage and better hands by the defender to knock it down in the end zone. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Smart move to keep it on the ground. There he goes. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. With that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he...
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play call.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Ducks trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Tackled there by the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The officials stopped the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It's third and goal and third and long. Give to the running back. And they swarm him under.
Well, with a huge lead, interesting decision. Are you going to try to pad it with a field goal, or do you want to stay aggressive?
And what's nice is you got this big lead, so it really doesn't matter whichever you choose, but you can grab the points, or you can go to try to put this nail in the coffin.
Dead center perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter is sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back. That'll be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
They'll try to power their way ahead. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
And I think this offense has all but surrendered, right? Like they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment. Because today, oof, it was not a good day.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Second down coming up. Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Under fire. And down he goes, and that's going to do it. Didn't have much of a chance there, and the defense puts an exclamation point on the...